Welcome to Lit Fit Live. It's another Monday here in Southwest Florida at Mind Body Physique. I'm Kendra Solo, your cannabis fitness trainer, and today's workout we are talking and moving and getting in sync with what I like to call my home, also known as my Om. A lot of us know Om in yoga as Om. And that is wonderful, you know, it's definitely a vibration that helps you get in tune with that ether, other realm. But I also feel like if we can break down home and see our own Om as being home within ourselves, that's even bigger than maybe being connected, feeling connected to that external, whatever that might be. So we don't always have the answers for that. But I genuinely think and feel and believe that if we are connected to our own Om, then it will connect us to whatever that big external Om is. So today we're going to be doing an exercise called coming back to your home. And it's really simple. It only takes about 5 minutes. I actually teach it in my newest course, the Body Confidence Cannabis Fitness course. And I'm going to be doing a 30-day self-confidence, 30 ways in 30 days to boost your self-confidence, and you can actually win that ebook. So this is one of the exercises that I teach in that course, and I wanted to share it with you guys. And it's all about strengthening our 5 senses, which help us get back into our home, into our Om. So we'll be doing that today on Lit Fit Live, and also strengthening our 5 senses. So if you're using cannabis today, feel free to grab that. Make sure you have water, a mat, and I'm going to tell my dog to stop barking because that is very distracting. Which is part of the challenge of coming back to your home, is working out all those other distractions. But he's a little booger, so grab your water, grab your cannabis and your mat, and get ready to move and groove with me. Okay, I'm back. So one more thing before we get into this exercise, coming back home exercise, I wanted to tell you why it's so important and beneficial, and why it is linked to your self-confidence. Where I believe if you're not in your own home, you can really feel depressed, anxious, OCD, neurotic, just kind of those tendencies that you feel like you have to control your environment, because inside here you don't have that base of stability, that really centered self-confidence, that you're like, all that shit can be going on around there, but I'm good in here. I'm good. I know where my shore is. I know where my home is, and I got me. So if you deal with anxiety, depression, eating disorders, OCD, ADHD, I really think that this could be helpful for you in moments where you're like, I'm just really feeling all of those feels and I don't know how to get out of it. Because I personally have dealt with that, and I have clients that have too. And this is one of those ways to train to be successful in not having to go to that extent. Okay? So I hope that sums it up. If it doesn't, reach out to me. Send me an email, a message. Say, can you clarify that? Ask me questions. And I'm back to smoking the herb. I took a nice little 2 to 3 week break. Oh, just feeling so much better. Really enjoy my high now, and I only need literally just a little bit to get my sweet spot. So let's go ahead and start with that exercise, and you can be seated, standing, wherever you feel most comfortable. I'm gonna be right here so you guys can hear me and I can talk you through it. But we're gonna take 5 minutes and we're gonna go through our 5 senses. So let's go ahead and we're gonna start with our touch, our feeling. So you can be standing, seated, wherever you're at. Close your eyes. Maybe take just a few breaths here and really feel into that sensory perception you have that feels the wind on your skin, that feels the carpet underneath of your feet, the earth beneath your feet. Come on, good. And if you can, just tap into like some really big ones that come about. Think about maybe 5 of them that you can tap into, okay? So for an example, I'm feeling the wind on my skin, I'm feeling the clothes on my body, I'm feeling the sand beneath my feet, I'm feeling the sun on my back. Let's see what else. I'm feeling a little bit of the music, like that beat coming through, that little ebb. So the cool thing about getting in tune with your senses is they can help us step away from whatever we're mentally fixating on. Whatever that OCD, that anxious, that nervous, that depressed feeling that we're having, this can help you disattach from it, even if it's just for 5 minutes, to get some fresh air and be like, I'm good. That emotion's over there. I'm right here. I'm doing fine. All right? So let's go on to our next sense. We're gonna go, and I had it on a piece of paper because sometimes I forget. We're gonna go into our taste. So close your eyes. If that feels good for you, you can always have your eyes open. And just tap into your mouth. What do you taste? Maybe you taste the remnants of your breakfast or your bowl that you just smoked. Maybe you taste a little bit of your mouth, whatever's in there, maybe from your teeth and your beverage that you're just drinking. Maybe you want to stick out your tongue and see if you could taste something in the air. A little bit of nature there, a little bit of nature. And just tap into anything else you might be tasting for a moment. Sending appreciation to those taste buds so that you can taste delicious food, delicious herb, whatever you like to consume in your mouth. Just be like, I love that I can taste it. It's such a blessing to have taste buds. Let's go on to the next one. Sights. So open up your eyes for this one and take a look around. You're probably looking at me. You're like, oh, I see Kendra there on Instagram or wherever you're watching this. And then look around in your environment. So disattach from me for a second. Maybe still listen to me. Listen to me, yes. Ooh, okay. And pick out what you see. Maybe you're seeing your 4 walls, the colors of your walls, the textures of your walls. Maybe you're outside, so you're seeing trees, the colors of the trees, the depth of how far you are away from the trees or how close you are. Maybe you can see some animals. I see a little lizard bobbing its head over there. Not like that, but just kind of like a lizard bob. And just take a couple more of what you're really seeing. Like, wow, look at the spectrum of light right now. Appreciating your eyes for all the beauty that you can see. go on to our sound. So, you're probably hearing A, me, B, the music in the background, and then add something else. What else are you hearing? What else can you hear? Find those real subtle things you might be hearing. I hear a bird chirping. I hear some traffic in the background. Some wind coming from far away. I hear my breath. And just appreciating all of those sounds that we can hear with our ears. What a gift it is. And let's move on to the last one, which is smell. So just take a deep breath in and analyze that air for a second. Maybe you smell your laundry detergent, your perfume. Maybe you smell your own body essence. The fresh air if you're outside. Maybe some food that you just ate or that's being cooked up in the kitchen. Just appreciating all those little things that you're smelling right now. Like how just pleasurable is it to smell like a flower or smell a really good meal or some fire kush? Like, if you didn't have that sense, all of your other senses would kind of have to work a little bit more for your brain to know what you're consuming, what's in your environment. So just appreciating whatever you're smelling right now. Take another deep breath in. Good. And then take a nice deep breath in. Bring all of those 5 senses together into your own, into your heart. Grab some water. We're going to move on to strengthening those 5 senses now. And maybe you can notice too how you were before this exercise. It took us about 5-6 minutes, I think. Maybe a little bit longer, like 8, to go through that exercise. But just kind of think about what you were thinking about before that exercise, and now the clarity in your mind, maybe the more tension release throughout your body. Notice those little things of just tuning into your external environment through your 5 senses that help you get out of that one-way path of whatever it is that you're fixating on. Okay? Very nice job. Let's get into strengthening our 5 senses now. If you need some more cannabis, grab that. Make sure you have your water. I'm gonna take a little hit. And we're just cruising through this workout right now. We're already 23 minutes in, so hey Alicia, morning! So this workout might go just a little bit longer today, but it's all good. Let's go ahead and grab our mat. Find your way on your mat today. Taking a nice seated position. We're going to start out with strengthening our sensation, our touch. So if you'd like to, just start to rub your palms together. Rub your palms together. And go fast and then go slow. Waking up all of those, like you could say taste buds, but on your fingers, on your hands. We use our hands so much that sometimes they can become kind of numb. So we're just waking up those hands. Go to the top of the hands too. Sending some love to your hands. butterfly position. And let's go ahead and just massage the bottom of our feet. Waking up all the senses in our feet. And if you don't have feet, just go to your closest limb to the ground. I know there's a lot of people out there that don't have full limbs, that don't have full extremities. So use what you got and appreciate that. Just sending love to all those areas. Good. And then touch is such a big sensation that we use in movement. So we're going to press through our toes now, squeezing through our toes, coming down really into our feet here. And then I just want you to rotate your hips. So you start to get into the supination, the pronation through your ankles. Just really feeling that deliciousness. And then since you're feeling that deliciousness through your feet, let it come up through your whole body. See that energy come up through your feet, through your knees, through your hips, through your belly, through your heart, and out towards your hands, up through your head. Good. And moving on to our next sense that we are strengthening today. We're going to go into our taste. So I think a good way to strengthen our taste is obviously through our breath, because a lot of that oxygen coming in and out of our mouth helps us taste things. And if I'm wrong on that, or you taste in different ways, let me know. But we're gonna go through our breath with some neck exercises. So you can still keep moving with your hips, but let your neck here start to go in the frontal plane. A little side to side lateral. You're just shifting that weight from the left side, finding that opening to the right side. And let your breath here go natural. Do you want to take your exhale at the end range? Do you want to take your exhale up here at the center? Just kind of explore where your breath needs to come through for you to get this motion. And then come back to the center here. We're going to use our neck and our breath to go a little bit deeper into our movement today. And we're going to do some over forward folds. Let that head go. And then we're going to roll it up, reach it back. And then roll it over. Really feeling that energy through the feet, come all the way up through the spine, up through the front of that neck, opening up your throat, your heart, and then rolling it back down. Letting that breath here, inhaling, exhale. Remember, you can't breathe incorrectly, even though maybe you've been taught how to breathe, but we don't need to be taught how to breathe. We all know how to breathe. And our bodies know what feels best with our movement. Just make sure that you're taking quality of breath. You're trying to breathe a little bit more to let in that fresh oxygen. And let's go one more here. Coming back up to a neutral spine. Really nice job on our taste. Hopefully you're feeling more strengthened on, ooh, I feel good in my body. Yeah, my mouth is here. Like sometimes we forget where our body parts are when we're so in our head about stuff. So good job for being in your body today. So we're gonna go into sight. And I thought it'd be really awesome to do some eye drivers with some mobility exercises for us to really focus on our eyesight here, okay? So what I'd like you to do, we do this a lot in LitFit, and I do this with my clients, but it's real easy. It's a mobility anterior step, and then we're going to alternate that step. And it seems really simple, but sometimes we just take a step, our stability is all over the place, or maybe we don't even feel confident taking that step, so we're all wobbly. Notice your quality of your stepping forward and coming back to your center, alright? Training in and out of this motion, and then if it feels good, we're going to start to add some neck drivers to it. So as you step with your left foot, look over that left shoulder, come back to the center. Step with your right foot, look over your right shoulder. Come back to the center. And here I want you to focus maybe not so much on how big your step is, the movement, but what are you seeing when you rotate? What are you actually seeing throughout your rotation? A lot of the times we exercise and we just we don't take full appreciation for how much we experience in those movements. We're rotating, we're punching, we're jumping, or maybe we're doing a lot of yoga, or we're not fully there. We're in our heads still. So just be here with your sight for a moment. A couple more steps. Appreciating what you can see by doing this step and looking over your shoulder. Good. Coming back to the center, coming back to your training your through your 5 senses to be strong, stable, all that juicy stuff. We got 2 more senses here. Like I said, we're going a little bit over on LitFit Live today, but it's necessary. So we're going to tap into our sound, our ears. And for this one, I thought it would be really beautiful to listen to our heart. You're going to hear, obviously, the music, you're going to hear me talking, you're going to hear a lot of external stuff, but I want you to focus on your heart here. Really hearing that heart rate come up, that breath. Yeah. So let's go ahead and start with some jumping to get that heart rate up, alright? So let's do some nice hops. We're just going to hop out and in. You don't need a lot to get that heart rate up sometimes. If you want to play around with different foot positions, you can. Maybe you want to hop out. Just finding some different movements here to get your heart rate up. Let's go, 10 more seconds. 2, 1. Walk it out a little bit. Hear that breath. Appreciating your lungs, your heart, your blood here through our 5 senses. And that is the 5-minute countdown to LitFit Live. Cool. Man, my GoPro. Oh, I see what it is. Okay, I'm looking at the wrong time. Cool, we're right on track. Yes, yes. We got 1 more sense to go through. Man, we're right on time. I was looking at the wrong clock. I'm like, damn, we're going over. Last but not least, we're tapping into our sense of our smell. And through our sense of smell, I think it's really important that if we have a strong core, a strong abdominal region, we can really get oxygen coming in and out of our body, which helps us our quality of smell, our quality of breath really heighten. So we're going to do some core strengthening so that your sense of smell can be stronger and more supportive for all of your other senses. So with our core today, we're going to do some 3D arm drivers. And if you've worked with me in the past, through a class, through an online session, you already know this, but for my new people out there, it's called a 3D core matrix, and you're going to use your arms to stimulate your core. So we're going to reach our right arm posterior, and as you do that, it's going to take you back, right? Just naturally. Okay? And we're going to do that with our left arm now. Almost feeling like you're going into a back extension. You're going into like that crunch, letting your hips open up, working the front side of our belly from those deep core muscles all the way up to our sternum. Last one. We're gonna work our back of our spine, our posterior side, by driving our arms anterior. And as you reach anterior, as you reach out overhead, you're going to notice your butt's going to go back. That's perfect. That's what we want. We want that reaction at our spine, at our tailbone, so we can get an extension through our low back and then that flexion. Kind of like what you would get in a deadlift, but a lot more gentler, a lot more, what I would like to say, natural. Because we do this all the time. We reach for things. And sometimes we forget that our hips can help us, and we might just do all shoulders. We might do one of these. Let those hips go. Let that low back help you. That nice strong low back. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great job on that sagittal plane. We're going to go into our frontal plane with some lateral arm drivers. So what I'd like you to do is reach your right arm, same side lateral. You're going to reach it to the left for your right arm, okay? And then you're going to come back to the center. That's where the strength happens. And then opposite side. So feel gravity take your arm over. And then you have to work against gravity to come out of it. So pretty fun way to use your core without really needing much but your body weight. And usually we're carrying around just our body weight, so it's fun to train with that because it's realistic. It's just you. Ooh, you know what I just thought of? Like Inception. Have you guys seen that movie with Leonardo DiCaprio? He has that little trinket that every time he spins it, it's like, oh, is he dreaming or is he like in reality? And that's kind of like you knowing your body is like your own trinket of like, oh, this is what it feels like when I'm here. Oh yeah, I'm good. It's a good movie. It's confusing, but I like it. I'm gonna finish watching it tonight. Let's go ahead now. We're gonna reach our right arm to the right, letting those hips go to the left. So now we're working the opposite side lateral in the frontal plane. I haven't heard this song since like high school, middle school. And you can go a little bit quicker. Really reaching that arm out and just feeling that reaction through the hip, through the lateral core, through your shoulder, all those muscles that help you get this motion, strengthen your belly. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, job on the frontal plane. I know you guys probably killed it, and if you didn't, let me know. This is what I teach. We're going to do the transverse plane, and we're going to work with rotating now through our arms and our core stimulated. So reach that arm back behind you, right arm to the right, left to the left. Let those hips rotate. And if you get dizzy, just keep looking straight ahead. Breathing through that core. 2, 1. Last one here, opposite side rotation. You're going to reach that right arm to the left, and then that left arm. Working that belly. Feeling that anterior core working. Your posterior core, your transverse plane, or your frontal plane, your whole midline. Come back to that smell. 3, 2, 1. And bring it all to the center. And I'm sure you're feeling a lot more centered than you were just 30 minutes ago. So take that moment here, taking a deep breath in. And just feel you in yourself right now. Ooh. Yes. Feeling myself. Alright guys, really wonderful job today on Live Fit Live. That was fun. I love teaching you guys tips and tricks that have worked for me with my anxiety, with depression, with bulimia, with OCD, with neurotic tendencies. Yeah, your girl battles with all that stuff. And these are the things that have really helped me, and that I know I'm supposed to teach to you guys with cannabis to help you get through those emotions, to help you transform those. The biggest thing with training is in those transformational zones when you're going in and out. And we do that with our emotions all throughout the day. We do that with our emotional health, our physical, spiritual, mental health every day. So if you can really find your center, even when those things are taking you out of there, you're going to be strong, you're going to be healthy, you're going to be feeling really good. So I hope that you are feeling really good, and take a look, keep a lookout for 30 days, 30 ways in 30 days to grow your self-confidence. I'll be doing that for the next month, probably starting the 1st of May. And whatever topic you choose to do, post it on Instagram, post it on Facebook, and tag me in it, because every time you do a topic and you tag me, you get entered in a chance to win my Body Confidence Cannabis Fitness course for free. So that's all for now. Have a very high and healthy day. Stay lit, stay fit. Thank you. Now I'm a Live Fit.